How you feeling?
I'm good. It's getting darker. It's a little windy out there. Can you tell?
We're Chris and Sarah, a husband and wife traveling creative duo on a mission to experience as much in life as possible. This channel is dedicated to documenting our adventures that will turn into memories that will last a lifetime. We're inviting you to join us as we try new things, meet new friends, and see the world from a new point of view, one adventure at a time. Let's go!
Located in southern Idaho is one of America's most unique landscapes, Craters of the Moon National Monument.
Welcome to Craters of the Moon National Park. It's really, really windy here today, so we wanted to introduce this video while we're still in the van because when we get out there, just heads up, the sound quality is going to be really bad.
Yeah, we can already tell. So I think you're going to enjoy it, but let's go.
Slow motion, it's like I'm walking on Did it work?
Yeah, I think so.
Quarter-mile hike up this little hill, but at the top there's 360 views of the entire Crater Valley National Monument area, including views of the Idaho mountains and that kind of thing. So we're about halfway up. Let's get to the top. There's only two other places on the planet that you get the same kind of geological features, like same kind of rock and lava, and that's Iceland and Hawaii. So those are the only two places that you can still see a volcanic eruption similar to what happened here. So you can go there and get the same like dark volcano soil still. I am so not a geologist, guys. Please go gracious on us. Look at that piece up. Can you see it? See how it's really shiny? It's almost silvery on one side, and there's like the holes going through it. How neat. I thought it was gonna feel like a normal rock, but it's so lightweight. It's very light. There's hardly any weight to it. Idaho does not have any national parks at all, but this is a national monument. Idaho is incredible. It just kind of surprises me it doesn't have anything else, but this is still worth a stop. I found Waldo.
The landscape at Craters of the Moon is a very harsh environment. Crazy winds across the prairies, hot summers, and cold and snowy winters. When you see life sprouting up through the harsh terrain, it's a wonderful reminder that beautiful things can come from even the hardest of places.
There he is.
What are you doing, man?
Kramer, what's going on? You want to go see Dad? Come on. Come on. Come on, let's go. Oh, do you want to play? Okay. Okay. Oops. Go get him. Oh, you want water first? Here. Water.
Kramer,
Go. I'm frozen.
how you doing? Tell us what you think about these national parks.
It's a little windy out there. Can you tell? Problem with these landscapes is that there's just not that much tree coverage, so the wind is just crazy out of control. But it's really beautiful here. So where we're at is like a high desert. We're almost 6,000 feet elevation, and then there's mountains around it too. If I had to guess, I'd guess that it's probably almost always windy here. I think that's just part of the environment here, is that it's just pretty barren, and it's, aside from like the mountains, it's very flat, like a lot of just plains, high desert, so the wind gets really crazy out in these really flat areas. No, Batman. Let's go.
I wanted to be clear. She has no idea who Batman is. I'm the comic nerd in this relationship. Sarah said I could have that title.
So to go inside the caves, you have to get a free permit at the visitor center. You can't reserve them, and I don't know what the cutoff is. I don't think they ever really fill up. It doesn't seem like it. They just sort of like hand them out. But you have to have a permit to go inside of them. And the main thing they want to know when you get the permit is if you've been inside other caves in the last 10 to 15 years. And we have. We went inside Mammoth Cave, and they said, well, you can't wear anything in the cave or take anything in the cave that would have gone in that cave, which was our cell phones. My camera, I'm not bringing my camera in here. We couldn't bring our camera bag. Chris thankfully has new glasses, but everything, you have to be uber careful.
And we have a new camera right here.
We do have a new camera. This is a new camera. So there's a fungus that spreads from cave to cave. And so that's why they're being super careful, just so you know. So if you've been inside another cave, make sure you have an entirely different outfit, new camera, new everything.
Yeah, 10 to 15 years is what they said.
It's a long time.
All right,
Never be too careful.
let's do this.
I mean, it looks like it just got completely melted, which I mean, essentially is what lava is. It's melted. Isn't it liquid rock in short?
Magma.
Magma, yeah. Look at that. Something so hot it can do that. And there's all these little holes through it. Gosh, that's dark. I don't like that. If y'all watched our video on Mammoth Cave National Park a year ago, you know I don't like caves. They're just not my thing. I don't like the idea of spelunking or scuba diving for the sheer fact that I don't want to be stuck under something. This isn't quite as terrifying. I mean, Mammoth Cave is pretty large, largest cave in the world. This is more manageable and there's daylight, but still, this is me overcoming a fear.
How you feeling?
Good. It's getting darker.
You know, Sarah had mentioned Mammoth Cave just a little bit ago, and while Mammoth Cave is impressive and it's massive, it's the world's largest cave, but the cool thing about being here is that you sort of can explore the cave. You know, Mammoth Cave, you're on this like trail and you're walking around, and it doesn't, like, yes, it's a huge cave, but it doesn't feel like, it just feels like a huge room. These feel like caves. Like, I feel like Batman
You're
could
kind
walk
of
up.
bouldering over them, like it's.
Yeah, like here, like you're.
I feel like a kid, like crawling over
Yeah,
rocks on a
like-
playground. It's fun.
And so
Much smaller.
on a much smaller scale. So, but it's still so cool. I don't know. I like caves.
There's 4 different caves you can explore here. 2 of them, you have to have 1 flashlight per person to go into the caves. We only have 1 flashlight, so we're opting for the 2 caves that do not require flashlights. Like, you're kind of allowed to go and explore it on your own. The only thing you have to have is, the right shoes, a flashlight, and a permit. And then past that, they say, okay, go and have fun. Just be careful. Don't twist your ankle. But it really is kind of neat. It's a neat little exploration.
And don't let her fool you. She didn't want to go into the ones where you had to have a flashlight. She's not that fond of caves.
I'm not, but I would have done it actually. I would have. I like to try everything at least once in life. I thought Mammoth Cave was going to be the one time I had to do a cave in life, and here I am a year later doing another cave. No, this isn't bad. This is in the daylight. I don't mind this one bad. As long as I feel like I can still get air and breathe. Mammoth was intimidating, being that far underground, and we didn't go that far. You can go spelunking in Mammoth, and we didn't do that. Oh, got people coming. Only problem with caves is that the noise carries a lot. And we've been outrunning this family of like 8 people for a few minutes. They have like 6 kids in tow. They're really sweet. They're having a lot of fun, but they are loud. So we're trying to get this in before they catch up with us. So one of our friends, Matt, we told we were coming to Craters of the Moon this week. And he said, well, have you been there? And we said, no, not yet. He said, well, it left, what did he say? He was like, it left much to be desired or something like that. He said it wasn't really all that impressive to him. And I think we completely understand his sentiment in the sense that it doesn't have that epic look that a national park has. Like, it's not Teton, which is a few hours from here, or Yellowstone, which is really a few hours from here too. It's a national monument. It's not a national park. And it's one of those places that if you drive by, you're kind of like, oh, look at that dark hill. Like, it's a black hill. Like, that's just about it. But then it's one of those places that you kind of get up closer to and you start to look at the detail and learn more about it. And it really is interesting. And this is coming from somebody who is not a geologist. I avoided geology in college at all costs. I took, weather and climate instead or something. But it's really fascinating to see all the different textures. I'm a texture person. I love textures and photography and cooking and everything. But the patterns, you can see the lava flow in the ground that's hard as a rock now. And, there's just all these holes and intricate patterns. It's really a fascinating place, and it is a national monument. So, like, if you're coming here, it costs, I think, $10 a car to get in, or you can use your America the Beautiful pass. It's a hike to get out this way, but it really is unique. Like I said earlier, this is one of 3 places in the world that you can see this sort of volcanic activity evidence. Hawaii and Iceland are the 2 other places, and this is a great chance to go ahead and put a little promo in. If you guys ever want to go to Iceland, we are traveling to Iceland in 2022. We just announced this trip a couple of days ago. And if you're interested in traveling with us, the link is down below. We'll link to it. Hopefully there's still some spots available when this video goes up. I think there's a total of 15 spots. Only 15 people get to go. So if you're interested, check it out. We're excited. I'm excited to go see Iceland that has currently active volcanoes, because this is obviously not active anymore. I mean, Yellowstone is up the street, but this is not. So if you're interested in going with us, check it out. Everybody is entitled to their own opinions when it comes to places like this. I think some people have very different experiences here. So Matt, you may not like Craters of the Moon. You may have thought, it's okay. We actually really liked it. And you may come here and you may love it, or you may be like, that was a complete waste of time and gas to get out there. I don't know. Everybody's experiences are different. We don't ever want to overhype or underhype something. This is just our experience. But I think it was worth the stop. It's just different, like truly different. That was really easy.
If you're into space, if you're into volcanoes, if you're into cool looking rocks, then this is the place for you.
Oh, we didn't even talk about how NASA came here.
Let's talk about that now.
Oh, all right. In 1969, when Apollo 14 was training its astronauts to potentially go and walk on the moon one day, they sent 4 astronauts to 3 different places in the world: Iceland, Hawaii, and Craters of the Moon National Monument. And the idea was that they could only bring back so much rock on the space shuttle back from the moon, and they wanted to train these astronauts who are pilots and not geologists to know which rocks to bring. So on the moon, it's similar sort of surfaces and geology, similar sort of rocks. So they came here and they taught them about the different rocks, and they studied the environment, because this is about as close as you're going to get to the moon on Earth, which is kind of cool. So NASA has been involved in the monument here for pretty much as long as it's been around, which is pretty cool. All right, there is a rain snowstorm moving into the west, or from the west. So I think this concludes our time. This was a nice little day exploration. I enjoyed it. Something different. But onward we go.
Be sure to follow along on Instagram and like and subscribe here. It really helps creators like us.